A few months ago, while I was still a bronze support player, I made a tier list of all of the support heroes in Overwatch at the time. It was Season 3. A lot of my takes were wildly unpopular, and this is probably because they were bad. I was bronze. What did you expect when you clicked on the video? But now that I am a Diamond 3 peak support player, I feel like I've learned an immense amount more and would like to have a chance at maybe earning some of your love back. Don't leave. Starting right off the rip with Ana. Ana was one of my first supports that I picked up. I don't know why people don't play her more. She has so much utility with her sleep dart and anti-nade. And whenever I play with an Ana player, I'm always blown away when they know how to play her well. She's not quite S tier for me, but she is absolutely A tier because of her damage and healing output, but mostly healing output and the utility she provides. Of course, we can't forget the nano boost either. Next up, we have Baptiste, who goes immediately to S tier, and any of you who have been keeping up with my journey or have seen any of my content before know that this shouldn't even be a little bit of a surprise. Baptiste, I now personally have over 100 hours playing, and by definition, I am a Baptiste one-trick. Baptiste not only offers an immense amount of utility with his immortality field, his left shift, which obviously heals an AoE effect, and heals not only a instantaneous amount of healing, but also some additional healing over time, but his ultimate, the window, completely underrated, if you ask me. Moving on to Brigitte, which apparently I mispronounced, but I'm still gonna do it anyway because at this point it's now a meme. You're welcome. Truly, I don't see a lot of Brigitte. She just isn't a very popular hero, and I don't know why that is. I haven't played her a lot myself. I've played her some. I would inarguably put Brigitte at B tier. She is just a mid-level hero. Unless you are fighting a heavy dive composition, then Brigitte is a great counter pick. But other than that, her healing is very lackluster until you get Rally, and it just doesn't feel like she offers a lot until that ultimate shows up. Moving on to Kiriko. Kiriko is one that I have grown to be very fond of, particularly when I am facing a Junker Queen or an Ana. And it should be for a pretty obvious reason. Her cleanse is absolutely clutch for the Junker Queen ultimate and the Ana nade. One of the things that I have found interesting is that I'm seeing a lot more people play what I'm referring to as the awkward way of playing her. Not as in like awkward, but as in like the guy, Awkward, who's made a very interesting video, which I definitely encourage you to check out on, I believe it was called a 4-step plan with Kiriko. And what you see is a lot more flanking, just being annoying and being in their face, and then using your TP to get out when things go bad. That said though, she does have an incredible healing output, so I'm gonna put her right up there with Baptiste. Next up, we have Lifeweaver. This take's gonna be pretty unpopular, I'm very certain of that. Even with his damage buff, he just doesn't put out enough damage to really do anything for me. Now, I recognize this is the support category, and I'm already sensing the comments going, well, actually, Mr. Streamer, you need to be healing. Like, yeah, of course, you're supposed to heal, but that's like, we've got to do other things. And yes, he has a lot of abilities that provide utility. You know, he has his pedal platform, he has a dive, or that's what I call it. It's probably a dash or something that it's actually called. I have truly not played Lifeweaver because I have zero interest in him. And I also, gotta be honest with you, this whole life grip thing, super clutch when you have a non-troll Lifeweaver, but I'm still having the troll Lifeweavers in a lot of my games, and it's annoying. Next up, we have Lucio, who has honestly become a little bit better in my eyes. I don't remember where I ranked him originally, but I know I didn't think of him well. Especially when I am playing Baptiste, I really enjoy having a Lucio. It's something that I don't really think about very often, but whenever I have a Lucio as a Baptiste, it is an absolutely killer combo, in my opinion. Lucio's speed boost, the beat, all of the different things, his utility that he offers your team is just amazing, and I really wish that people would understand that. For that reason, I'm going to put him up there with Ana at A tier. Mercy will never leave D tier. Sorry, there's another unpopular take. For me, what I find is in a lot of my games, Mercy players end up just heal botting. They don't do any kind of damage boosting, or when they do damage boost, they're damage boosting a critical ally who is fighting many others at full health and is not switched over to healing. Mercy is very poorly played, and for a lot of reasons, I think that's why that's stuck up here for me. It's just, she's horrible. You guys will probably never agree on Mercy. There's going to be a bunch of Mercy mains that are ticked with me right now. Just know that we can agree to disagree, and I will still love you. Next up, we have Moira. Moira goes straight to S tier for me. She is quickly becoming another one of my favorites, and lately, as I'm recording this video, I have been learning her. I am still just between 10 and about 12 hours in Moira in competitive. She has been a challenge for me, and it's been a challenge because she doesn't really offer a lot of utility. That's what I hear a lot in my TikTok replies and comments on YouTube, and people just talking to me in general. Because she doesn't have a lot of utility, she's not typically chosen at higher elos is what I've heard. One of the things that I have a hard time with is really making sure I remember to heal. It is so fun to play her as DPS Moira, TikTok Moira, whatever you want to call her, but I still think that she does need to have a higher damage output than her healing, which is a very unpopular take. That does not mean I'm not going to heal my team. That just means that my focus is going to be flanking, doing some damage, being annoying, and coming back to my team to heal them when things are going bad for them. That's just an unpopular take, and I'm going to have to be okay with that because you guys are going to be mad. That is what it is. Last, but certainly not the least, we have Zenyatta. I don't even remember where I put him in my original tier list, but I know it wasn't above B. At least I don't think it was. I'm gonna probably be wrong, but that's whatever. It is what it is. It wasn't high. Notice I said wasn't. He's immediately S tier for me. Zenyatta is completely and totally underrated. A good Zenyatta that knows how to balance the orbs very well and continue to keep the orb on somebody that needs it and can be the most impactful. Those orbs, whether it's the healing orb for your allies or the damage orb for the enemies, are so pivotal. I also enjoy that he is one of the only heroes that I'm aware of that his just general melee kicks you hard enough that it can boop you. I don't think everybody else enjoys that, but I enjoy it thoroughly. Obviously, his ultimate Transcendence is honestly, it can clutch team fights. So, this is my tier list. I know for sure that Mercy has not moved. Lifeweaver is new, so this is the first time I've ever ranked him, but hey, here's the deal. You can disagree with me, you should tell me why in the comment section below. It would mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed this video, take a second out of your time and go watch this video right here. This was my first tier list that I made as a bronze support player, and it was very unpopular.